Hello there. All right, this is how India's perfumes recreate the smell of rain on Earth. Okay. I was thinking it's just like, wait a minute, rain on Earth. The smell of rain on the rain on soil. What it smells like when rain first hits soil. You know that nice soil earthly smell after a rain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the smell they're trying to recreate.
Fresh roses are the main ingredient for this ancient way of making.
When they poured that out, I swear I smelled flowers. I swear I smelled. I don't know what kind of flower. I just smelled a flower. I don't know much about the smells of flower. I don't go and pick them and smell them. So I just know kind of what they smell like. So I smelled flowers when they like tell. I could tell.
Perfume. The tradition is thousands of years old, and this small city in India is one of the only places that still makes it this way. One batch can take weeks or even months to prepare. The result is 100% pure perfume, also called attar, the Arabic word for fragrance. But what makes the attar so special is also what is leading to its demise. The time-consuming process is hard to sustain. We visited India's perfume capital, Kannauj, to see how this craft is still standing.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Workers gather roses in these fields near Kannauj and deliver them to distilleries while they're still fresh. This one is over 100 years old. It's owned by M.L. Ramnarayan Perfumers. There is no electricity and no industrial machinery here. Workers have already prepped these copper containers or degs, filling them with just the right amount of water, about 80 kilos.
सबसे मुश्किल तो यही चीज़ है कि हमको कितना पानी लेना है. सबसे मुश्किल यही चीज़ होती है, हर आदमी अंदाज नहीं लगा पाता है.
Once the flowers arrive, they are carefully weighed. It is an essential part of the process, as getting an accurate ratio is key.
हमें लगभग 5 वर्ष लगे इस काम को सीखने के लिए.
The roses are evenly spread out, and it takes 2 men to carry and pour them into the degs.
Well, yeah, they would think they'd be very heavy.
As the petals begin to seep in the water, a craftsman seals the container rim with a mixture of clay and cotton. They then light firewood inside an earthen oven called a bhatti, and the alchemy begins. The heat boils the water and flowers until they emit steam. It condenses as it travels through this hollow bamboo pipe or changa. That connects
they're
to the
distilling.
papka, a smaller.
It's basically a distillery. They're distilling it all, like what you do with alcohol. They're doing the exact same process of filtering it all out to get the purest concoction they're working on.
A container filled with sandalwood oil that forms the base of attar.
ये लोग भपके जोड़ रहे हैं और ये जैसे भपके ढीली जाती है इसे टाइट बनी रहे.
I don't know why I didn't picture it as the same, because it technically is the same. You're squeezing it all out to create a pure aspect of the scent you're going for, I guess. And you're doing that same thing with what is it? When you yeast to make beer. That's the word, beer. When you're trying to make beer, because I know there's different kinds, like the mead. I don't know. I know. I think mead is done the same way, just with honey. Is made with honey. Then there's the whiskey, which is made from. I don't remember, but I know tequila is made with aloe. It's cactus. It's a cactus.
तो ये भक्के जो है मतलब पानी जो है बफा ना जाए.
This is where every last drop of fragrant water will gather over 6 hours. In the meantime, workers constantly check the temperatures of the different vessels, using their hands and years of experience instead of thermometers. They monitor the fire to make sure the degs are warm enough to create steam, but not too much, otherwise it can destroy the scent.
You don't want to burn it.
They also have to make sure the babka stays cool enough to turn the steam back into liquid.
This is a job which requires a lot of patience. It requires a lot of time and effort. The input has to be good to get great outcomes. So every stage of our process has to be given a lot of focus and to be done with a lot of concentration. And any slip off can, have negative results.
And the result is the all-natural attar, free from any alcohol or artificial chemicals, with a scent that can linger for days. Here, they make over 15 different kinds of oils. But one of their most prized is mitti attar, literally meaning earth perfume.
When, let's say, there is rain on dry
I was right.
earth, and the smell, the sweet soothing smell that one gets, so that's the smell that you can expect from attar mitti.
To recreate the smell of earth, they use old clay pots that were used for spices or tea. They crush the pots and add them to the water just as they did with the roses. But while rose attar is made in a day, others can take weeks or even months to produce. They are distilled and redistilled till the smell is potent enough. The last step is the bottling process. It's also old school. Using a funnel and a bucket, every tiny bottle is filled by hand.
Why not modernize it?
Expensive attars can sell for 10,000.
Why not modernize it just a little bit? I mean, I understand the whole aspect of the fact that they're doing it a classic way. And in some cases, the machines wouldn't be able to do some of the things that they're doing. However, you see that, like the one thing that bothered me was the guy who was picking it up, wasting drops as it was dropping everywhere and pouring it in, and his hand was in the liquid. Modernize it so the guy's hand isn't touching the perfume. Like I don't like people touching my food, so seeing him touch the perfume, it's just no. just a few things, a few little things that they could do that just improve it. I like the fact that it is all done. You could put them all in medieval garb, and it would be right at home. It would look like you walked back in time. The fact that they're wearing modern clothes kind of takes away from it. But if they were all wearing medieval garb, it would have been just perfect. I would like it at that point. I gotta say, I would like it at that point because it'd feel like a LARP. It'd feel like a LARP of perfume making, and I would absolutely pay top dollar for that. But the fact that they're wearing modern clothes and they're like just not modernizing just a little bit, like this part right here is the part that's bothering them the most. They're using a funnel. They're doing it all by hand. And I'm like, you could get a machine to do this and it'll be far cheaper in the long run because you're not using power anywhere else in the building. It'd be a few dollars to do that and a couple $1,000s for the piece of machinery. And you would need that manpower. You could use that manpower creating more oil, creating more perfumes. But I guess I'd just bother. But put them in medieval garb. Make that be the costume. Make that be the outfit, the work outfit. Then I'd be like, awesome.
1,000 Indian rupees, or $135 US. And that's the price for just 2 teaspoons of it. The raw materials are costly, and it takes a lot to make just a little amount of perfume.
ये इतने महंगे इसलिए बिकते हैं कि जैसे आप संदल चंदन का तेल ओनली 1 लाख रुपए से नीचे नहीं बिकता, ऊपर ही बिकता है। तो हम इस पे फूल लगाएंगे 50 रुपए किलो या 200-250 रुपए किलो वाला, तो ऑटोमेटिक उसका रेंज बढ़ जाएगा।
Kanauj has been known to produce attar for at least 400 years.
As a matter of fact, Kanauj has got the geographical indication for an attar. So, technically, an attar can only be from Kanauj.
But the method of steam distilling is said to have originated in ancient Persia and the Middle East, thousands of years ago. In India, it was popularized by Mughal kings during the 17th century. But these days, young brand-conscious Indians mostly use Western perfumes. As a result, in the last 20 years, 80% of India's
I love that that jab right there. Brand conscious. brand conscious. I absolutely despise the fact that people buy for brands. They don't care with the fact that the product all comes from the same location. They're just buying it because it's got a name stitched on it or a name labeled on it or even worse, a sticker plastered on it. Like, what is it? There is I know Costco is notorious, not really notorious for this, but they always do bulk things, always bulk. And there's a alcohol, liquor, vodka, whatever it is, Grey Goose. That's the name of it. However, Costco has their own knockoff version of it, which is exactly the same thing. It just has their label on it, and the bottle looks more generic. Doesn't look as fancy, but it's the same exact thing. It's just, I hate brand. The fact that she said brand conscious is just, buy whatever. This shirt I bought, I think I probably need new shirts. 7 or 8 years ago, and it still works. I'm still wearing it today. I have 5 of these shirts because I like wearing the same thing every day. I'm a very cartoonish character. It's literally the same thing every day. Wash it, and then the same thing every day. It's probably a little dirty. It's probably time to change it up after 8 years. But it's a knockoff brand. I got this shirt for like $4. I got a pack of 5, and it cost me like $25. So $4 to $5 for this shirt. It's just brand conscious. I'm not going to spend $30-$40 for one t-shirt. No, thank you. No, thank you.
Traditional distilleries have closed down, and the people of Kanauj have felt the decline.
So the whole town is involved in the business of perfumery. I would say about 80% to 85% of the people living in the industry, in the town, are associated to the perfume industry in one way or the other.
And the rest are probably just
a lot of people
food.
Say that it's losing its sheen and stuff like that, but we personally don't feel that way. Every day we strive to innovate and find a new application for our oils. So we've seen growth, no doubt.
Muslims all across South Asia have used attar for centuries. It's believed to be one of Prophet Muhammad's most prized possessions.
तो हमारे दादा, हमारे डैडी सब बहुत शुरू से लगाते हुए आ रहे हैं.
And outside of India, these chemical-free attars are popular in the Middle East. European fragrance houses have also been importing attar to use it as an ingredient in their modern perfumes, breathing new life into an ancient industry.
They use it as an ingredient. It's like, oh, this smell will last forever. Let's add it to our stuff that we make that doesn't last as long. Just a little ounce of it, so it'll just last a tiny bit longer. Oh my gosh. Just
yes, but at the same time, it's a lot of responsibility as well. When you have to maintain and sustain certain standards, then that becomes difficult. Makes us proud to carry forward a legacy of 5 generations.
After all, recreating the smell of rain on earth is no small legacy.
I honestly forgot it was all about the smell of rain on earth, but that was informative. Yeah, I went off on a tangent when she mentioned the brand names. I'm not a fan of brand names. I am not. I'll find something I like, and then I'll continue to get that. Like, I've searched for more versions of this shirt, but I don't think this brand exists anymore. So I'm going to have to get something else. And this was just an impulse buy. This shirt was just an impulse buy. And I like this hat too. This hat, I probably need to get a new one. It's staining everywhere because I wear it everywhere. Everywhere. Oh, yeah. Perfumes recreate the smell of rain on earth. I'm curious to smell that the rain on earth smell. The fact that it's made with clay pots, dropped in, distilled with the flowers. It makes me wonder what other kind of scents could be made just letting it distill. Honestly, it probably one person could probably do all this work. It probably just takes months longer than a few days. So it's probably possible to create your own perfume and do it the natural way like this. But I don't think people are willing to dedicate it. And well, it couldn't be a bathtub because you'd have to be hot. Create a shed that's capable of handling all these heats. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.